All right, guys, Sanj here. Welcome back to the Bodybuilding News Network. And as of today, we are 5 days out from the Italy Pro or the San Marino Pro or the Yamamoto Cup Pro, depending on how you look at it, as the NPC side is the San Marino Pro or the Pro Italy, I guess, and the Yamamoto Pro is the next day after. That is the IFBB side, specifically men's bodybuilding and men's physique. But let's go ahead and get into the scorecard and take a look at exactly who we're going to be expecting coming into this show. Big shout out to Daniel over at Bodybuilders Without Borders as he posted the scorecard for us and pretty much put me in the light of this show. This show is not on my radar, so I'm happy that he put it out here for us. But as we kind of look at this scorecard, we have some big names jumping out. Obviously, by the thumbnail, we have Nathan Diasha versus Samson Dauda, two competitors that just went head-to-head at the 2021 inaugural Arnold Classic UK. You can check out this channel for footage on that and my coverage of that show. We also have Theo from France. He placed third at that show. Expect to see him in that first call out. And we also had Jamie Johan. Now, Giles from Muscular Development, he said that Jamie has dropped out from the show. He said he's not doing it. He said he's eating pizza. So there's a good possibility that Jamie Christian Johal, will not be attending this show. But we also have a report that Patrick Moore and Rowley Winkler are traveling over to Italy to do this show, probably to try to get that early Olympia qualification or some points, or maybe just take a vacation after the show. You know, we're all human. But I think that the five I just mentioned, discounting Jamie Johal as he might not be there, I think that's probably going to be your first call out at the Yamamoto Pro Cup here. But there are some other competitors that I wanted to highlight that I think is worth mentioning. Now, there is this athlete, Roberto Bueno, potentially a Yamamoto Pro athlete, and Yamamoto is the title sponsor of the show. So there's a good chance that he might get a little extra look here, but he also has earned it. He placed in that second call out at the Arnold UK. I think he has a really good physique, but overall, I think he's a really solid physique. I think he has a lot of potential moving forward, but Roberto will be there. Another competitor, Kevin Gebhardt. Yeah, I knew a kid whose name was Gebhardt. So Gebhardt, a German guy out of Germany. I'm not sure when the last time we saw him, but he looks very thick. He looks very dense. He stood next to Rowley Winkler, looking at his one of his most recent photos, a flashback from, it looks like the Romania. Dense muscle. He has a good physique on him. I'm wondering how it's going to compare. And luckily, with the show being so quick and so close to today, we're going to have not much time to wait to see how Kevin is going to be showing on stage. Another athlete is going to be Fabio Romagnola. And this guy looks actually very impressive, super big up top. He has an awesome, wicked beard. He's probably going to butcher that off, but, sick physique, very wide, very wide, very grainy, and a appropriate amount of leg muscle here. Looking at a physique update from him 3 days ago, so just over a week out from the Yamamoto Pro Cup. I definitely want to see him in this top six, but it'll definitely be interesting to see if Instagram correlates and translates into reality at the Yamamoto Pro. Another athlete that we saw relatively recently is Rob Taylor. He competed in his pro debut at the Two Bros Pro last year, the British Grand Prix. I believe he turned pro there and competed, and then he went on to compete at the Europa Pro Spain in Spain in Barcelona just a few months ago. And I have a picture here of him standing next to Theo. So this will be a nice comparison as we've seen them both stand next to each other. And honestly, if we're looking at Rob Taylor, Beautiful physique, very dense and compact. And I'm wondering if that's going to hurt him when we have people like Diasha standing on stage. And even Rowley is very wide as well. So I expect to see him probably landing in that 7, maybe 8, unless he knocks off a couple of the guys we've previously mentioned. And the last guy I'm going to highlight here on the scorecard is Boyan Ivan, or Ivan Boyan. I'm guessing it's Ivan Boyan. 10-time overall champion, looks relatively new to the pro circuit, but really nice physique, very wide up top. Reminds me of that Russian guy, the Good Vito. Really nice physique, great delts, beautiful full chest. The lats, you can like grab them. They're so thick and dense. So beautiful physique. I think he could be probably the biggest shocker in this show, depending on how this physique translates on stage. But just looking through his Instagram, very thick muscle, great structure. I'm wondering about the legs though, because it seems that he's not really showing off the legs too much. But definitely, I would say my dark horse for this show. But overall, guys, pretty excited about this show. This will be the first IFBB Pro show in the men's open that we're going to see post-Olympia. So very excited to stay heavy in the competitive season in the coverage of all IFBB and NPC bodybuilding shows. My name's Sanch. Thanks for watching another episode on the Bodybuilding News Network. Leave a comment below if you have any comments, questions, critiques, or concerns, and I'll see you guys in another video.